hiding here under the rectangular frame tool, or here underneath the rectangular shape tool, are the polygon tools. The polygon tools create polygonal frames, that is, frames that are polygons. And by default, when you drag one of these out, you get a boring six-sided hexagon. If I hold down the Shift key when I'm dragging, now all the sides of the polygon are equal. But who needs a six-sided hexagon? I mean, really, let me delete that. The power of the polygon tool is in the double-clicking. That is, you double-click on the tool, and it opens the polygon settings dialog box. Here is where you get to do really cool things. For example, if you wanted a 12-sided polygon, go ahead and type 12 here. Star inset lets you create starbursts. If you want starbursts, this is how you do it. When you set this to anything other than 0%, let's say 25%, then InDesign actually doubles the number of sides and insets every other one of them to 25%. I'll show you. Click OK and drag. And you can see that now we have a 12-pointed starburst. In other words, there's 12 on the inside and 12 on the outside, and each one of these is 25% in from the middle to the end. So that's pretty cool, but let me show you one other starburst trick. Let me delete that by just pressing the delete key, and now I'm going to drag out my starburst, and while I'm dragging, I'm going to start pressing the arrow keys on my keyboard. Now, the up and down arrow keys will add points to the polygon. So you can see as I'm dragging, I'm holding down the arrow keys and it adds points. And if I press the down arrow key, it removes points, so I get fewer and fewer points. Now, what's strange about this is that, at least on the Macintosh, it only works when I'm dragging. I can't have the mouse still and press the arrow keys. I have to be dragging with the mouse while I'm pressing the up and down arrow keys. So that's kind of important to keep in mind. The left and right arrow keys on my keyboard will increase or decrease the inset. So right arrow increases the inset, so I get these kind of star effects, and the left arrow will decrease that inset, so I get basically what I'm looking at there, very shallow insets. So you can use the arrow keys to get just the effect you're looking for on your page. Granted, a fancy starburst like this might be out of place if you're laying out a scholarly scientific journal, but a cool 20-sided icosagon might be just what you need to wow your audience. In either case, you can change the stroke on it by changing the width up here in the control panel, or choose from among the many different stroke styles here in this pop-up menu. I'll choose triple here, but you could even make your own custom stroke styles, and that's what we're going to talk about in the next movie.